Hello everyone, we have Roberto, a successful real estate agent from California. So I had so many questions. People are talking about investing in California, pros and cons of it. Why not we talk all those information from our expert Roberto. Roberto, let's say somebody want to buy a home in California. First, the foremost question is, which city is the best? Obviously, there are so many factors, affordability, budget, but what is the best to start with?
You know, there's a lot of cities where they're very family oriented. We have a lot of cities in the valley, because you have your San Francisco, which everybody knows it's a little pricier, but then an hour and a half from San Francisco, we have a multitude of cities like Modesto, Salida, cities that are very family oriented, that are very reasonable price points. You're in the 200, 300, 400s.
Oh, wow.
Give you a great return on your investment, which as an investor, that's what you're looking for. I have a program where I help my investors find properties, whether they're looking for rentals or like a fixer flip type property. With our marketing department, where we are getting those off-market properties, great place to invest. If you want to go further south, you have Fresno, which also has a great return on your investment. So there is cities in California where you don't have to buy $1 million home in order to get your investments to work for you.
So as per Roberto, California have a lot of potentials, a lot of rental opportunities, and I was surprised to hear the price point he was talking about, 200, 300,000. So this was more of an investment part of it, right? What is perfect for a family-oriented person who want to move in? What is the average price in California?
Average price, depending on cities, we average from 350, 400 on up. So it's not crazy expensive. We do have a lot of communities which are a little bit under the 400,000.
Okay, so there's like a variation of price point we need to talk about. But I heard a lot of news, like people are moving out of California, pros and cons of it. There's high taxes, high average price, less income. So do you still see power in buying or investing in California?
Absolutely. California has great communities, the weather. Once you lived in California, it's hard to go somewhere else and not come back. I've had people relocate to places like Texas, Indianapolis, Dakota, all over the place, but eventually they all come back. They love the communities. It's a very, like I was saying, very family-oriented place to live. I've been there since 1986, and I'm not going anywhere. So I highly recommend it. Once you've lived in California, rarely do you want to go anywhere else.
So it's all about weather, guys. It's about your community. It's about your lifestyle. And what is happening as of now in today's market? Definitely markets are shifting. A lot of people moved out of California. So now, do you see an opportunity, people moving back?
Yes. Let me tell you one thing now that I remember about California. Where I live, I can be in the beach in about an hour and a half from where I live, and I can be in the mountains doing some snowboarding or skiing also in about an hour and a half. That location is worth money, because there's very few places within the US where you have the beach and the mountains with about an hour and a half distance. So it's a great place to be.
Okay, so I have a lot of clients who are IT professionals. What's the perfect area for them to invest, or let's say to buy or start with their family in California?
If they're IT professionals?
Yes.
Silicon Valley in California, golden. There's so many jobs for that type of industry. It's unbelievable. Plus you have the Bay Area. Bay Area is a global economy. You want to work anywhere in the world, you have that niche right there. That's where you want to be.
Definitely. So as per Roberto, you need to be part of Silicon Valley. A lot of jobs, a lot of opportunities. Yes. And what I felt is SF is like same like Toronto, which is like a power hub, which is less impacted irrespective of market conditions. So market is always stable, or it goes up, or irrespective of what is happening outside, it is more stable comparatively, and it's a long run, it gives you best investments. I know areas in states where you can buy properties for even 100,000, but it's good cash flowing, but you don't have that type of appreciation happening. Yes. So do you suggest like California is a state where people can have that appreciation or the same vibe of Toronto?
Absolutely. California is one of the states that has the best appreciation. I know people that invest in different states like Indianapolis or Texas. Appreciation is really not there. You do have the rental, but the appreciation is not going to be there year after year. So like you're saying, California is one of the better places to invest for that long-term appreciation. Now, talking about Toronto, how is the market there? What's the advantages of people investing in Toronto?
That's a very good question, actually. So what I feel is Toronto is a powerhouse of Canada. All the things are driven from Toronto. As you talked about SFO, people once they enter in Toronto, they can't leave it, because what I felt is the water is like that. It's all about your opportunities, and it's more proximity close to New York. You know, New York is a powerhouse. So that's where the potential is, right? So definitely for us, we work in both Alberta and Ontario based on the price point. We work in Edmonton, Calgary, but our main core business is from Toronto. Toronto is the IT hub. A lot of pre-construction happening, lot of immigration. You know about Canada, so they have stats for next 3 years, 1.2 billion new immigrants, qualified new immigrants landing in Canada. So where they start their journey is, they start from Toronto. So that's a powerhouse. These communities will always be stable, same like California, same like SFO we talked about. Good, Roberto, right? Any message you have for your Spanish buddies?
For all my Spanish, I am from Mexico. I'm from Guadalajara, Mexico, and I love my Hispanic community. Let me tell you, California, 60% of the transactions, 60%, are Hispanic driven. So la comunidad hispana, the Hispanic community is kicking butt. We're taking over in a good way. So yes, shout outs to all the Hispanic community out there throughout the US, Canada. I know there's Canadian people here. Investing, purchasing, doing what we got to do. But yeah, the Hispanic community is doing a lot of stuff out there, so keep an eye out for them. Yeah, of course.
Definitely, guys, contact Mr. Roberto whenever you are in California for any advice. As a first-time homebuyer, as investors, he'll find a good and appropriate deal for you. Thank you, Roberto. Take care, man. Yeah. Thank you. Good to see you.